Here we go with page 8. I am going to go through 2 different ways to do these. Just kind of building on what we did yesterday on page 7. Where yesterday we were doing this distributive property. Okay, today we're going to be doing the same thing. Except now, in this case, you're just doing the same thing multiplied by whatever's in parentheses. Down here, now you're going to be taking those things, and some people call it the FOIL method, which first, outer, inner, last. So you multiply the first terms. So a times a is a squared. And then you multiply the 2 outside terms, and a times -4 is -4a. And then you do the inside terms, which are the ones in the middle there. So you add 2a. And then you do the last terms from each set of parentheses. 2 times -4 is -8. And then we combine these two because they're like terms. So that becomes a -2a minus 8. That's one way to do it. You have to show your work though. Okay. The other way to do it is to take this first term and split it up and basically do what we did yesterday, except now you have to do it twice. So you can take this first term here and put this 2x in front of 5x minus 4, and then we can do the green part plus 3 and put that in front of 5x minus 4. Okay, and then we combine. So 2x times 5x is 10x squared. 2x times -4 is -8x. And then over here on the green side, 3 times 5x is positive 15x. And then 3 times -4 is -12. Well, maybe you guys didn't do it this way. In middle school, this is going to come in handy when we get to some stuff later in this lesson, or chapter, sorry. So this is probably the preferred way to go. So then you end it with combining everything. So I'll just make this a different color here, because you have to take these 2 things and combine them, just like we did in the first step. So my 10x squared drops down, but -8x and 15x combines to get 7x. And then that -12 drops down. So again, that's probably the best way if you're trying to set yourself up for success later this chapter. I'd recommend following number 11's setup. So I'm going to take this. Okay, this one's just a repeater, so you're doing the same one. So you have 3x right there, and then that goes times 3x plus 5. And then over here, I have my plus 5 written down. And then that multiplies by everything in the second set, 3x plus 5. Okay, so 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 5 is 15x. Well, 5 times 3x is also 15x. Notice those middle terms match. Okay, whenever you have something like this here where they're identical, your middle terms end up matching. And my 5 times 5 is 25. So I'm just distributed in here if you're not following that. So then I combine my middle terms. I'm done. Over here, now we notice that they are opposite each other. So we got 3b times 3b minus 10. We took care of that. And then we get a positive 10 times 3b minus 10. So 3b times 3b is 9b squared. 3b times -10 is negative 30b, but then over here, 10 times 3b is a positive 30b, and 10 times negative 10, negative 100. So whenever they match except they're opposites, like in this case, the inside terms will end up canceling. It's one of our special cases where, like I said, if they're identical, except for that plus and minus sign, then the middle term will end up disappearing and you just get 9b squared minus 100. Two more examples. Sometimes this helps some people kind of learn things, but really it's just the same thing we did up top. So you do a times a. So you take this, the a plus 3, and you write it right here, and then you take the a minus 2 and write it right there. Notice that you have to carry that negative 2 in. Okay, and now we just multiply. So we go across this row, so we have a times a, which is a squared, and then a times negative 2, which is negative 2a. Down here, I have 3 times a, going all the way up to there. I just don't want to cross through that. 3 times a is 3a, and then this 3 times negative 2, it's negative 6. Notice this matches here. And that's usually the case, not always, but usually the case that these kitty corner ones would match. So what do we have left? A squared. 3 minus 2 is 1a, or just a. And negative 6 drops down. Last one. 3x times 7x is 21x squared. 3x times negative 2, negative 6x. Negative 5 times 7x, negative 35x. And negative 5 times negative 2 is a positive 10. Notice I put that positive there. That'll just help me when I go to rewrite it. You could even do it here on this one if that helps you. So I have 21x squared minus 35x minus 6x plus 10. Combine my middle. And you're done. 21x squared. That negative 35 and negative 6 combine to get a negative 41. And then you add that 10 you have at the end. So that's your assignment for today. I think I'm going to stop there. I've done enough. And you are down on page 11 and 12. So yesterday we left off right here. So now you're starting at number 7. And you are going to go all the way through 16. And you need to show your work, just like I did. I tried both. Coming back up here. Make sure you try both ways, the FOIL method and the distributive method. Again, this one's going to show up later in the chapter, so it's a good one to do. But if you're stuck on the FOIL method because it helped you and it worked for you in middle school, that's fine. And again, we're on 7.2, pages 11 and 12, 7 through 16, showing your work, and have a great day.